Ngünechén and the creation of the world. In the beginning, there was nothing but darkness and silence. There was a great ocean, and deep within it, Ngünechén slept. Ngünechén, the god of the sky, was the creator of the universe. One day, he awoke and tired of the darkness around him. With great force, he pushed the sky upward, illuminating the darkness. The sun, moon, and stars appeared. Ngünechén wanted the world to be more beautiful. With great effort, he pulled pieces of land from the depths of the ocean and threw them up towards the sky. These pieces of land grew and formed the first continents. Then, he sent forth winds and rains, making the earth green. Ngünechén wanted there to be life in the world he had created. He created the first humans and animals from the earth. Not only did he give them life, but he also taught them language and culture. He showed humans how to farm, hunt, and live in peace with each other. However, over time, people began to forget Ngünechén. They began to do evil things and destroy nature. Ngünechén was very sad about their behavior. Instead of punishing them, he wanted to give them another chance. He sent a great flood to cleanse the earth and forced humans to start over. Even today, the Mapuche people respect Ngünechén and pray to him. When it rains or there is thunder, they believe Ngünechén is sending them a message. Ngünechén is a sacred being at the heart of Mapuche culture, guiding them. In ancient times, the Mapuche people lived in harmony with nature and worshipped Ngünechén. However, over time, people began to destroy nature and fight among themselves. This greatly angered Pillin, the lord of the underworld. Pillin ruled over the depths of the earth with great power. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other natural disasters were a reflection of his anger. In response to the people's evil deeds, Pillin shook the earth with earthquakes, erupted volcanoes, and cracked the land. One day, a brave Mapuche warrior named Caupolicán decided to descend into the underworld to appease Pillin's anger. After a long and arduous journey, he stood before Pillin. Caupolicán told Pillin that the people had realized their mistakes and would now respect nature. Pillin believed in Caupolicán's sincerity and calmed his anger. However, he imposed a condition on the people. They would protect nature and live in peace with each other. If they did not keep their word, Pillin's wrath would erupt again. Caupolicán accepted Pillin's conditions and returned to the surface. He conveyed Pillin's words to his people, and everyone began to protect nature and help each other. From that day on, great natural disasters decreased, and people lived in peace once more. However, they did not forget that Pillin's power always existed, and that they must continue to respect nature. The curse of the Meli Moco. Once upon a time, the Mapuche villages lived in peace. People lived in harmony with nature, helped each other, and worshipped Ngünechén. However, in one village called Pillin, some people became envious and selfish. They envied the successes of their neighbors and tried everything to harm them. These evil thoughts attracted evil spirits called Meli Moco. The Meli Moco settled in the village of Pillin and began to spread diseases, wither crops, and kill livestock. Soon, the villagers fell ill, their fields were destroyed by drought, and their animals perished. The village's elderly shaman realized that the Meli Moco had come to their village because of the people's evil intentions. He gathered the villagers and told them they had to repent. The villagers were sorry for what they had done and asked the Meli Moco for forgiveness. The old shaman organized a ceremony to drive away the Meli Moco by lighting a big fire. All the villagers participated in the ceremony and cursed the evil spirits. At the end of the ceremony, the Meli Moco were forced to flee the village. However, the village of Pillin would never be the same. The people carried the scars of the disasters brought by the Meli Moco for many years. Kalfu and the power of water. In ancient times, water was the source of life for the Mapuche people. Rivers, lakes, and oceans were not only used for drinking, but also for nourishment, cleansing, and spiritual connection. Kalfu, considered the spirit of these waters, earned great respect from the Mapuche people. Kalfu lived in the depths of clear and calm waters. He possessed a powerful spirit and knew how important water was for all living things. People prayed to Kalfu, offered sacrifices to him, and protected their water sources. Thus, Kalfu gave them abundant rains, fertile lands, and healthy lives. However, over time, some people began to forget Kalfu. They polluted water sources, destroyed forests, and did not understand the value of water. This greatly saddened Kalfu. He angrily withdrew the waters, created droughts, and dried up rivers. The old shaman of the village organized a ceremony to appease Kalfu's anger. All the villagers participated in the ceremony and asked Kalfu for forgiveness. The shaman promised Kalfu that they would protect the water sources and respect them. Kalfu believed in the sincerity of the people and calmed his anger. He brought back the waters, ended the drought, and brought life back to the land. From that day on, the Mapuche people never forgot Kalfu and always showed him respect. They became a people who protected water, did not pollute it, and did not waste it. Tren Tren Vilu, the lord of earthquakes. In ancient times, the Mapuche people lived in a world where the earth and sky were one, and everything had a soul. One of the most powerful of these spirits was Tren Tren Vilu, who lived in the depths of the earth. Tren Tren Vilu was depicted as a giant serpent or dragon, and was held responsible for the vibrations of the earth. According to legend, Tren Tren Vilu would sometimes curl up in the depths of the earth, and sometimes move violently. These movements caused great earthquakes on the surface. The Mapuche people were careful not to anger Tren Tren Vilu, offering him sacrifices and treating him with respect. However, over time, people began to destroy nature and fight among themselves. This greatly angered Tren Tren Vilu. As his anger grew, so did the earthquakes. Villages were destroyed, people died, and the land cracked. One day, a brave shaman decided to descend into the depths of the earth to calm Tren Tren Vilu. After a long and arduous journey, he stood before Tren Tren Vilu. The shaman told Tren Tren Vilu that people had realized their mistakes and would now respect nature. Tren Tren Vilu believed in the shaman's words and calmed his anger. However, he imposed a condition on the people. They would protect nature and live in peace with each other. If they did not keep their word, Tren Tren Vilu's wrath would erupt again. The shaman accepted Tren Tren Vilu's conditions and returned to the surface. He conveyed Tren Tren Vilu's words to his people, and everyone began to protect nature and help each other. From that day on, great earthquakes decreased and people lived in peace once more. However, they did not forget that Tren Tren Vilu's power always existed and that they must continue to respect nature.